Have you ever had someone stop you and say, "Wait, there's no way that's your age?" Maybe they guessed you were years younger, maybe even a decade. At first, it feels like a simple compliment. But what if it's more than good genetics, more than skincare, more than lighting and filters? What if looking younger than your age is actually a reflection of your inner world, your psychology, your habits, your emotional patterns? People who seem to pause time often share very specific mental and emotional traits. And today we're going to uncover them. If you're one of those people who often hears, "You don't look your age," listen closely, because this might finally explain why. These hidden traits don't just show up on your face, they shape how you feel each day, how you move through life, and how fully you actually live it. Let's dive in. 1. You carry a spirit that refuses to break. Think about the people you know who have been through a lot. Heartbreak, disappointment, financial hits, family problems, loss. Some of them wear every hardship on their face, but others, you'd never guess what they've survived. Their secret isn't that life has been easy. Their secret is that their spirit stayed unbroken. Your mind shapes your body more than you realize. Stress, fear, and emotional heaviness don't just sit in your head, they etch themselves into your facial expressions, your posture, the way you walk into a room. People who seem ageless have learned something powerful. They feel pain, they get hurt, they fall apart sometimes. But they don't stay there. They don't let stress become their identity. Chronic worry, never-ending anger, living in what if and why me all the time, that forces your body into survival mode. Stress hormones stay high, your sleep suffers, your energy drops, your skin dulls, your face tightens. But the ones who still look bright in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond are usually the ones who decided, "I'm not letting this define me." They bounce back. They find meaning in what they've gone through. They refuse to let bitterness live in their body, and it shows. Their eyes still shine. Their energy still feels light. Their presence feels alive. If you've been through storms, and somehow you still keep moving, still keep hoping, still keep showing up, you've tapped into one of the deepest secrets of staying young, not just on your face, but in your soul. 2. You adapt, instead of clinging to the past. You've probably met someone who is older in years, but their energy feels young. They try new things. They stay curious about the world. They say, "Why not?" more than, "I'm too old for that." These people have a very specific trait. They don't fight change. They grow with it. Resistance to change ages you faster than time. When you cling to how things used to be, when you shut down new experiences, when you live in constant complaint about how the world has changed, your mind stiffens, your emotions stagnate, and your body follows. On the other hand, people who remain open, who keep learning, who try new hobbies, meet new people, explore new ideas, they keep their internal system active. They don't lock themselves into a single identity. They allow life to stretch them. Mentally engaged people tend to handle stress better, maintain sharper thinking, stay more socially connected, and those things over time show up as vitality. Ask yourself honestly, do you spend more time resisting change or adapting to it? Because the more flexible your mind is, the more youthful your energy feels. 3. Your curiosity never retired. Real youth doesn't live in smooth skin. It lives in your curiosity. You can be 20 and already feel old inside. If you've stopped caring about new ideas, stopped asking questions, stopped exploring life, when your world shrinks into routine, same conversations, same places, same thoughts, your inner light starts to dim. You see it in people's eyes, in their voice, in the way they talk about their days like they're just getting through. Now think of someone who always wants to know more. They read, listen, ask, explore, challenge their own opinions. Their mind is awake, their imagination is active, their brain is still learning, and the body responds. There's a different spark about people who stay curious, even as the years stack up. If you're someone who still gets excited about learning something new, who still loves ideas, who still asks why and how, you're feeding a kind of youthfulness no product on earth can give you. 4. You don't bury your emotions. You've seen it before. Someone whose face looks heavy, jaw always tight, eyes tired, expression hardened. They might not say much, but you can feel they're carrying years of unspoken pain. Unexpressed emotions don't disappear. They settle into your body. When you constantly swallow your anger, hide your sadness, pretend you're fine when you're not, you create inner tension. And over time, that tension shows in your muscles, in your sleep, in your breathing, in your face. Now think about people who laugh fully, cry when they need to, admit when they're not okay. Talk things through instead of locking everything inside. They're more emotionally honest. That honesty is freeing. It lowers inner pressure. It keeps their nervous system from living in permanent overload. They don't carry the same emotional weight in their body. If you allow yourself to feel your feelings, to express what's real for you, instead of compressing everything into silence, you're not just healing your mind, you're protecting your youth. 5. You guard your energy by guarding your circle. You know that feeling when you spend time with someone and afterward you just feel drained? Sometimes it's not what you did, it's who you were around. Negativity doesn't just affect your mood. It affects your body, your stress, your health, and over time, even your appearance. If your world is filled with constant complaining, drama, criticism, people who pull you down instead of lifting you up, your system stays on edge. But people who seem to stay young often have one thing in common. They are selective about who they let close. They choose friends who support them, environments that inspire them, conversations that bring joy, not just gossip. They're not perfect, but they understand something important. Who I'm around affects how I feel. How I feel affects how I live. How I live affects how I age. Look at your circle for a moment. Do you feel lighter or heavier after being with them? People who look and feel younger usually protect their emotional atmosphere, and it shows in their face, their body language, and their overall energy. 6th, you wake up for more than just surviving. There's a huge difference between existing and living. Some people wake up each day just to repeat yesterday. Same routine, same complaints, same lack of excitement. Over time, that emptiness shows in their voice, in their posture, in the way their face stops lighting up for anything. Then there are others. They might not have a perfect life, but there's something that drives them. It could be their work, their art, their family, their faith, their goals, their contribution. Whatever it is, it gives them a reason to keep going, a reason to care, a reason to invest energy into their life. Purpose charges your system like electricity. It pulls you forward. It keeps your spirit from going flat. You can see it in their eyes when they talk about what they love. They brighten. Their whole face changes. If there's something in your life that sparks that kind of feeling, no matter how small, you're feeding your inner youth every single day. 7th, you don't live trapped in yesterday. One of the heaviest things a person can carry is the past. Regrets, old mistakes, unresolved guilt, things they wish they'd done differently. When someone can't stop replaying what happened years ago, they get stuck emotionally. And that stuckness drains them. Their body stays locked in old stories. Their heart never fully relaxes into the present. Their mind keeps reliving what can't be changed. But the ones who seem lighter, who look fresher than their age, have usually learned how to release. They forgive where they can, accept what they can't change, learn from their story instead of living in it, bring their focus back to where they are now. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean the past didn't matter. It means you've decided not to let it keep stealing years from you. If you've begun to release old anger, old shame, old pain, you're not just freeing your heart, you're lifting a weight off your body as well. the real reason you might look younger than your age. So if people often tell you, you look younger, are you serious that's your age? No way, I wouldn't have guessed that. It's not just luck. Yes, genetics and lifestyle matter. But so does this. How you handle pain, how you handle change, how curious you stay, how honest you are with your emotions, who you keep around you. Whether you have something to live for, whether you live in the past or in the present. Youth isn't only measured in years. It's carried in your attitude, your mindset, your emotional habits. If this opened your eyes a bit, or helped you understand yourself more deeply, share it with someone who always gets told they look younger than their age. And think about this one last thing. Your true age is not just the number on your ID, it's the story your energy tells. Take care of your mind. Guard your peace. Stay curious. Let go when it's time, because the more you protect your inner world, the more your outer world reflects it. And that kind of youth doesn't fade.